Hey guys, it's Crystal and welcome back to my channel. I'm posting this video today mainly because, well, I don't really have much to talk about. Not much has really happened in my life as of right now worth talking about. So I am going to be talking about my November TBR. I know we're still in the month of October, but it is the last Saturday of October. Next week is November, so why not just talk about the books I hope and plan to read next month. So I kind of sort of feel like my November TBR is a little ambitious, to say the least. Typically, and you guys know this, typically I tend to read one or two books a month. So reading these 4 and then another one that I don't have just yet, but that's because it has not come out yet. So 5 books is very ambitious of me. So the first book on my November TBR technically kind of sort of falls in October, but because it is such a lengthy book and I started it 2 weeks ago and I'm not that far into it, is A Shadow in the Ember. I am putting this in my November TBR just because I know that I'm still going to be reading this come November. I am currently 150 pages in and I'm liking it a lot. I'm enjoying it. I had to refresh my memory a little bit about this world, this universe, because I took a break from the From Blood and Ash series. This book, A Shadow in the Ember, is the prequel series to From Blood and Ash. So I'm gonna try to explain it the best way I can. From Blood and Ash is the original series. It goes from Blood and Ash, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, A Crown of Gilded Bones, and the 4th book that is also on my November TBR is A War of Two Queens. However, the reading order goes the first 3, this prequel book, and the prequel series is its own series as well. But from what I've heard and from what I've gathered is that I need to read this first before I read the 4th book in the From Blood and Ash series. So this is going on my November TBR just because I know that I'm going to finish this book next month and I am not going to finish it in the next couple days left in October. The next book in my November TBR is A War of Two Queens, which is the 4th book in the From Blood and Ash series. So from what I explained earlier, I will be reading this one after A Shadow in the Ember, just because, again, there is information in A Shadow in the Ember that I need to know and understand before I get into this one. So this will hopefully be the 2nd book that I read next month. To stay on the topic of fantasy, the next book I hope to read is called Iron Flame. It is the 2nd book in 4th Wing, and that book comes out November 7th or 9th, I believe. One of those 2 days that book comes out and I pre-ordered it. I'll put a picture of the cover right over here. I am so excited to read Iron Flame. It is one of my most anticipated book releases of the year just because I really enjoyed reading 4th Wing when it came out. I understood the hype, so I'm looking forward to reading Iron Flame and just being in that universe again and seeing my favorite characters again, Violet, Xaden, and then the 2 dragons, and Darna and Taryn, I believe. Yes, Taryn. I can't say it properly. I'm sorry, guys. So Iron Flame is the 2nd book in 4th Wing, and that would be the actually no, it won't be the third book that I read in November. Immediately when it comes out, I am dropping everything that I'm currently reading and reading Iron Flame. When it comes out, that is going to be my only focus. And then to end fantasy for a little while, I am hoping to get into the rest of the Inheritance Game series, the Hawthorne Legacy, and the Final Gambit. I read the Inheritance Games in the beginning of the year. I think it was, when did I read it? It was in the beginning of the year when I read the Inheritance Game. I believe it was March or April or May. One of those 3 months I read it, and I told myself that I would get into the series right away, but then Fourth Wing, yes, I read Inheritance Games towards the end of April into May, and then when Fourth Wing came out, I put everything on hold for me to read Fourth Wing, so I have not gotten around to these yet, and I'm hoping that I do get around to these before the holiday season kicks in. So the next reads, the fourth and fifth read, the Hawthorne Legacy, and the Final Gambit are also on my November TBR. So yes, that is all the books I hope to read next month in November. 3 fantasy and 2 YA. I don't even know what to call the Inheritance Game series. I've heard that it is a YA kind of like mystery and suspense, so I'm gonna call it that. So 5 books in total. We'll see how many I get through, because once December hits, I already have my Christmas/holiday books lined up for me. I have 3, maybe 4 that I want to read all throughout the month of December. So I hope I'm able to get through these next month. So yes, that is all the books I hope to read next month in November. 3 fantasy and 2 YA. I don't even know what to call the Inheritance Game series. I've heard that it is a YA kind of like mystery and suspense, so I'm gonna call it that. So 5 books in total. We'll see how many I get through, because once December hits, I already have my Christmas/holiday books lined up for me. I have 3, maybe 4 that I want to read all throughout the month of December. So I hope I'm able to get through these next month. And one more little thing, I am this close to getting my 25 books for my 25th birthday. 3 books I'm still waiting to receive, and they're all pre-ordered books, so I should be getting them come November. So literally within a week or so, the 3 books that I pre-ordered are going to be getting here, and then I'll do the part 2 to my birthday book haul, my 25 books for my 25th birthday. That video will most definitely be coming out next month. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Please give it a like, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are currently reading and what books you plan on reading next month. I would like to know. I would like to add new books to my TBR, so leave me a comment. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with a brand new video. Bye!